Hello, it's Ethan and I'm finally free. Hooray! It's been a long week, as I said yesterday, in quarantine, and I'm finally out, and I've taken the liberty of filming outdoors today in the fresh air because it's a beautiful day and it's just so nice to be outdoors. Today I'm going to make this video a lot shorter, and the topic is around well-being in terms of remote working and how we improve and keep our well-being going in this new world that we find ourselves working from home. So I've got three things which may be useful in that regard. Number one is all about structure, and structure is so vital to keep focus. In our normal working lives, when we're going in and out of organisations, we have a commute, we have a daily ritual, probably a coffee house that we go to grab that morning bit of caffeine. We see the familiar security and faces and colleagues in our building, and there's a structure to it. Now, at the moment, everybody has kind of lost that, and it's really important, if we can, to try and build it back into our day. So what I would suggest is, on a Sunday, looking at your week and working out what you can do when, in terms of the number of days you've got, and also in terms of the day, breaking it down into 4 easily digestible slots of perhaps 2 hours, 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. And that way the mind is relaxed and at ease, it knows what's coming. And we're finding this a lot actually with our daughter at the moment, being off school. We've actually got a little timetable going where she knows exactly what's coming next in her day, and it's really helped her relax into this new world that she finds herself in, not surrounding herself with her nursery friends and having her normal teachers, but having mummy and daddy giving her the activities. So I would certainly recommend building in some structure if you possibly can. So that's the first thing. The second thing is about building in the breaks, and that's a little bit around being kind to yourself. Now, it is, we're all experiencing different levels of well-being at the moment, and I would suggest that a break in between these 2-hour blocks is really welcome. Maybe that's getting a healthy snack such as a banana, a cup of tea. Maybe it's using that time to socialise and call and video conference friends, catch up on something on TV or whatever. Try and build in the break so that you're rewarding yourself for that focused 2-hour piece of work. And let's not try and overachieve here, because at the moment it's very tempting to kind of really set the expectation very high and then under-deliver, which is going to make us feel deflated. So keep the positive energy going by following a structure and building in breaks and being kind to yourself to reward yourself for when you've achieved those periods of working solidly. And the third thing, and the final thing for today, is about exercise, which is something that I'm personally passionate about, being a sports and fitness fanatic, but I'm also a personal trainer, and I do think that the mind and the body and the connection between the two is vital in terms of you being connected as a person, as an individual. And I'll talk a little bit more about that as I go along, because that's something that I talk a lot about in coaching, in terms of embodied leadership and somatic coaching, which is around feeling and sensing what's going on in the body in reaction to certain situations. But exercise is vital, and it will keep our minds fresh as well, because when we are exercising, we are vasodilating our bodies, so there's more oxygen pumping around our blood, and we are hopefully being therefore able to focus a little bit better. So what I would suggest is, even if you've got stairs, then use the first step on your stairs to maybe do a bit of step exercises. There's lots of people online doing various training courses at the moment, which is fantastic to see. It could be as easy as doing some squats, so just having a nice wide stance and squatting down and doing 10 of those in between in a break, for example. It could be running around the block. It could be just rolling the shoulders back and focusing on the posture. It could be, just doing some nice stretches. Whatever it is, it's really important to keep the body mobile at the moment. And we've got the opportunity, the government said, to do one piece of exercise a day. So let's really make the most of that. And if that's a run for you, you've got a space to go to run and get some fresh air, that's probably the best thing you can do. Or use your home, your garden, to do some of the exercises that I've just suggested. Another tip, if you haven't got any weights, which a lot of people have probably suspended their gym memberships at the moment, or potentially, obviously the gyms aren't open, so maybe there's a lack of access to equipment. cans, you know, baked beans, if you've still got them, that is, because people are obviously rationing their food supplies at the moment with some of the lacking of things that we can go and get. But baked beans, get a can and actually do some light dumbbell exercises. That's a really easy one to do in your own home. Or even just a high intensity training session. You can do some short sprints, for example, in a quite confined space and still get a great result. Anyway, I hope that helps, and I won't go on, as I said, for longer than the 5 minutes because yesterday was 9.5. So thank you, whoever did, for watching that, and I hope today was useful. Let's keep our positive energy flowing. We're all in this together, as I keep saying, and I really want to build a sense of community because you know, we can all come here, and please do put comments down below if you've got any suggestions of things you'd like me to cover, or you know, any feedback is always very, very welcome. Thanks once again for listening, for tuning in, and let's keep that positive vibe going. Okay, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye bye.